time for the last game in March. This last season was our last away game of the season. It was the penultimate weekend where we stayed in the automatic promotion fight going into the final day with a win. And to be honest, we did the same today if we are to stay in the automatic promotion fight. Yeah, Tuesday was terrible, the worst performance of the season. We've not lost 200 bounce under Martin Patterson since the Salford and Barrow games early on in the season. We need a reaction from Tuesday, that's what we need. Because, like I said, it was the worst performance of the season. We need 3 points as well, otherwise it really is probably MK and Cambridge up to League One. Come on, Knox, go on you pies. Let's do this. Strong boons. Yeah, team news. 3 changes. Grant Northern Sula out. Bennett starts, so does Tangen, and so does Matty Dennis up front. Big game for both teams. Obviously they're second bottom, we're fourth.
That's
What a shot that was.
The wheel fell off. I had a wheelbarrow. The wheel fell off. Count it! Count it! Count it! He's one of our own. He's one of our own. James Belshaw. He's one of our own.
It's a bit windy. It's a bit windy. Come on, Knox!
Come on, Knox!
That was a really lovely move by Knox. It was beforehand, and then James' cross was caught by their keeper, which was a lovely move, and then lovely build-up play. Really good hard work by Bennett and Tangen and everyone in the build-up there. Tangen with a great ball through to slice open the Harrogate defence. Earpender play it across, and here was Shatter. Good chance to not double the lead there. Palmer with a great ball over the top from Shatter. Holds off their defender really well. A really good save by their keeper. To do my half-time analysis in my hood because the sprinklers are on, and whilst I'm sat on the floor, it's still catching me, and it's very cold at the minute in this stand as well. It's freezing. We are a goal to the good. A really nice passing move that ended with Tangen with a lovely through ball to Earpender, who squared first time through Shatter, and that is the only goal we have to show. For what's been a solid performance so far. We really should be thrown ahead. Shatter really should have scored a one-on-one after a really good over the top ball by Palmer, and then some of decision making in the final third has just let us down, to be honest. Times when we could shoot, because the midfield, Earpender, when we do play it through, Earpender is getting a lot of space, and we were winning a lot of the 50-50s until about the 35th minute, and then Harrogate started to become, they were battling a lot better than what they were in the opening stages. I feel like another goal should win this, to be honest, because whilst Harrogate they've battled, but they don't look like they've got much going forward. We've played fine, we just need to make sure our quality shows in the end. Yeah, definitely a pen that one. Jacob Slater goes diving in on Keenan Bennett after Bennett's got the ball past him, and then funnily enough 20 seconds later the ref stops the game because Bennett is down injured. I don't know anymore. Robbo and Platter now in the away end behind, well, sort of behind the goal.
yes, good touch.
Yes.
Really need a second goal to finish this off. Dennis snapped the ball and Grant shot it straight into the gloves of the keeper. The longer this goes on, the more they've got a chance of getting back into it. We've got some good positions, but again, it's just the final decision letting us down. I think that was their first shot on target of the game. Duke McKenna's shot saved by Belshaw. Played Conor Grant. Low. Shatter, one more. Earpender. Keep going. Great feet. Oh no, so Lucas. Oh, we might finish this game off sometime. Yes, they can! Jassa took it under control, and well, from what I could see, he belted it into the top corner. County.
A very professional performance from Notts. There were times in the game where you thought, where you think we could really do with a second goal, but we got there in the end. Well, it didn't look as comfortable as it should have been, but our quality showed. Every other side around us failed to win bar Salford, who are obviously playing MK, who are above us. I thought we started well. A nice intensity. I thought all game our counter pressing was very good. We won the ball back very high in dangerous areas. Had a good we put together a good move early on, which ended with Jones's cross going into the gloves of the Harrogate keeper. But a few moments later, we put a really nice move together in the build-up, which starts with where we bring the ball down, and then Bennett's, Macari, Palmer, and then Bennett's, Iapenda, Tangen, Bennett's, Iapenda, Tangen, into Dennis. It's some lovely one-touch football. Dennis loses it, but we get it back quickly. And once again, Bennett's, Tangen, Iapenda combine, and Tangen plays through Iapenda, who squares it to Jatta, 1-0. A really nice move and a lovely pass by Tangen into Iapenda. And then a few minutes later, Palmer, a lovely ball over the top to Jatta. But his effort is blocked. I thought this was a save at first, but no, I've looked back at it. It is a good block by Cathal Heffernan. Probably should be 2-0 at that point. I thought we were mostly in control of the game for the opening half an hour, 35 minutes. And then Harrogate started to have a bit more of the ball. I know early on they had a time where they played through and the Lano flagged for offside. It wasn't offside. It went round the keeper, but Lucas Ness dealt with it anyway. But it wouldn't have mattered because it was offside, according to the linesman. And then they put some pressure on later in the half. Ellis Taylor just couldn't quite get his shot away. Good defending by Tangen, that. But mostly we were in control, and we should have gone into a bit more than a goal up, in my opinion. We had to make a change late on in the first half with Grant coming on for Tangen. Hopefully Tangen's knock isn't too serious. We started the second half well once again. Bennett's showing his threats down the wing, and we should have had an absolute stonewall penalty early on in the second half. Bennett gets past Slater. Well, he goes to put the cross in. Slater connects with him, clips his ankle. It's literally the clearest penalty, and the ref waves it away. And then 20 seconds later, he stops the game because Bennett is injured. I mean, oh dear me. Harrogate then had a chance. Taylor brought it down in the area. Jones with a good block. After Badeau mistimed a header. We had a chance as well where, after good work by Dennis, Grant's shot is just a bit too weak. He had another shot as well, just inside the 18-yard box as well, that was went straight into the keeper's hands. Where, if you put a bit of power behind it, maybe it could have challenged the keeper more. Duke McKenna forced Belshaw into a save. And then finally we get the second goal. Yeah, Jones's shot. I think he's meant to hit it with more power than this, but he doesn't quite connect with it as well as he wanted to. But his shot falls into the path of Jatta, who takes it under control nicely and smashes it into the roof of the net to make it 2-0 and seal the game for Notts. And once again, we bounce back from a defeat. So many times this season where we've lost, but then we've bounced back the game after with a win. So many times, especially recently. I don't think we've drawn a game since Valentine's Day either. Like, we've lost a game and then we've won. And then I think with that inconsistent form has meant we've not been as, secure in the top three as we would wanted to. Good to see Patty and Robbo joining with a chance in the away end as well. Love to see that. As for individuals, I just thought it was a really professional team performance. But overall, I must say I thought Ness had a good game, aerially dominant from any set piece that Harrogate had. Thought it was very solid. Tangen started well. Nice pass through to Yapenda, who I've also thought had another good game. Hopefully I think Tangen's influence waned a bit in the first half. Probably might have been due to that injury. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Thought Grant was good when it was alright when he came on, pressed well. Just a bit of end products needed there with his 2 shots being a bit weak. Thought Jones was good. Bennett's really stepped up when we needed him to. Plenty of threat, plenty of endeavour. He just needs to. There really is a player in there. We just need to see it more consistently. He just needs to. Sometimes, he has these games. Like he had it against Walsall as well. He had it against Accrington, and then he just throws in some of these games like Oldham and Chesterfield where he's just a bit just not on it at all. I thought very deserved man of the match award went to Matty Palmer. Absolutely controlled the whole midfield, the whole game, set the tempo, and for me, deservedly man of the match. He just made things connected defence to attack. It's a big final 6 now. It's a big final 6. 4 wins and 2 draws maybe to take us up. If you enjoyed the vlog, give it a like, comment down below your thoughts on the game. Stay subscribed if you're subscribed if you're new. Be safe, be champions, and as always, Toulouche.